Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, aka Cat Lee, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
mm, mm-hmm. Yes, you have. Meow. I'm very much a feline, but anyway. So, tonight we got much to get into because we live in a wild, wild world, and so tonight is really going to be first. I have to give you guys an explanation for Monday and kind of Friday as well. But not really Friday, but kind of Friday as well. So I have to get into that, and then I have to give my explanation of why we live in a wild, wild world. Right now, I am trying to sync. Um, I don't know what's going on, so I might have to repair it. But I'm trying to sync the phone line so that we can take calls as well. But if you don't know, babies, oh my gosh, the phone line is always open 443-850-4828. 443-850-4828. And you could drop a comment. I'm definitely going to respond during the course of the show. You can ask me to drop the link, and I will, because that's what I do over here. Yes, baby. It's much to talk about. Um, and it's Wet and Wired Wednesday, so we might get into some medium, but I don't think too much. Please remember, hold on, I didn't get this on the screen yet, and I need to because it's always necessary. If you want to support the show, please remember how you support is to like, share, and subscribe to the show. Or you can drop a donation on Cash App, $ capital LURLUCIDITY. That will be on the screen in a few seconds, but it is what it is. But first thing that I have to do before I get into my Wednesday shenanigans is drop this quick promo, but I'll be right back. I promise you I'll be right back. What a time to be alive. I repeat, what a time to be alive. Did you know that you could get fresh ingredients along with beautiful recipes delivered to your door? Did you know that? Well, you can get 21 free meals plus free shipping and 3 free gifts when you use the code HelloFresh21. The link is in the description. Again, use the code HelloFresh21 to get 21 free meals plus free shipping plus 3 free gifts. I'm telling you, it's time to get healthy, y'all. All right, y'all. So I think that, hold on, let me make sure that the problem was not, that might have been a problem. Hold on, let me turn my Bluetooth off on the other phone, and we'll see where we at with it real quick. Because I felt like we was paired, and it's telling me that we are paired, but it's not really giving me pair vibes. So let me, I'm gonna make sure that eventually we will get everything on one accord. Okay, we in there. All right, so the phone line is definitely open. 443-850-4828. So listen, I've been working through a lot of things lately, and we all go through it. But here on Ambitiously the podcast, I'm really one for taking accountability. I know I've said this a million times on this show, but I'm going to say it again. I am one for taking accountability, right? So, the last few talks, so before we get to that, taking accountability. So Friday, I kind of did not know that I wasn't going to be on Friday, but it was some things that had to happen. My mom's went on a trip to North Carolina. I wanted to make sure that everything was in order for her, so I did not do a show because I wanted to make sure that she was straight. So that was Friday. Now, here's the take accountability. Sunday, well, this weekend, this weekend was awesome. But on Sunday, I had some ice cream. So I'm taking accountability. I know that I'm like lactose intolerant. The problem is that I love ice cream so much that every now and again I try to try it. Sometimes if I eat the right kind, um, I'm good. Like gelato, and I just learned this from my sister earlier. Gelato is more sugar than dairy, and that's probably why that doesn't upset my stomach. But I had some Haagen Dazs, um, which everything about it was amazing. But I had that on Sunday night. By the time it was time for me to do this podcast on Monday night, I was having issues, so I did not do the show just because I should not have eaten the ice cream. So I'm taking accountability for that. So let's keep it moving, though. I don't want to linger too long on that subject, but that's why I wasn't here for Friday's show or Monday's show. It was a lot going on. But in between all of that, Friday and Monday, I did have an awesome freaking weekend. Um, and so this show is gonna be a little bit about not necessarily what I did over the weekend, but more so about how I was able to do the things that I did over the weekend. Right. And so, in order for me to be able to do those things that I did over the weekend, I had to be very much single. Um, so I've been dealing with, and again, I'm taking, it's some things we need to talk about. I can't ask you to watch this show without me being transparent and taking accountability. So, for the last, since January, so January, February, March, April, it's April now, I've been transitioning into being single. It was kind of a hard pill to swallow because I did not expect it. It was kind of like just out of nowhere, like shit just went haywire, right? And from what I understood, everything about my situation with the person was good. It was happy. But apparently it wasn't. So the first thing I want to discuss is this, because I always take things from life experience, like it's all about life experiences. This is why we have these conversations. So the first thing is this: never expect a person to know what it is exactly that you want if you are not communicating exactly what it is that you want. Number two, although that might be what you may want, you want it to be however you want it to be, you have to remember always when you're in a relationship that it's about more than you. It's two people in that relationship. It's not one-sided. And if you're a one-sided kind of human being, then you probably should not be in a relationship. That's that. So again, back to accountability. I let myself fall in that situation because, and it's about to transition all the way out of that situation into where I stand today. But so before that situation, I told y'all I had a whole freaking movement. I did not want to be in a relationship with anybody. I just wanted to live life, be happy, and just not worry about all the day-to-day woes of, trying to keep somebody happy, right? That lasted for about a year, and then I got into my situation with that person. It's not his fault. I'm taking accountability. I fell in love. I told him that I fell in love. Went wrong right there. And it kind of transitioned into whatever it was going to be. And it lasted for 5 good years. Well, 4 good years. The last year, not so much. Because, number 3, if the red flags present themselves, don't skip past them and you see them, then understand what the fuck they are, excuse my language, but understand what they are and act accordingly. Because there was the last year, it was a lot of difference. Like, it was a lot of things that we weren't doing that we were doing at first, like going on dates and, spending the most time together and having the, you know what I mean? Like, that last year was rocky. But when you in love, you will, just try to stick it out and maybe things will change. And that's the problem. Number 4, stop thinking things will change because they probably won't. They might, but they probably won't. So stop. So yeah, that happened. Red flags presented itself, whatever. That situation happened. So now we're here. Now we're here in this space where now, well, no, we're not here yet. We're in the stage in between that and then there's the whole breakup phase where you go through and especially if there's one party who was blindsided and not ready and just trying to figure things out, you feel me? And then the other party is gone. So now you're in breakup stage and you're trying to figure out what the fuck is going on and how do we get the fuck here. I was there for a minute, for about 3 months. I was just trying to, figure things out and understand why things were happening the way that they were happening. I'm past that phase now, though. Now I'm in the phase of, okay, I'm single again. And that was the scariest part to me because it's like, you haven't been single in 5 years. Now you're single all of a sudden. What do you do? Where do you go from there? I didn't have any friends on the back burner. I didn't have no side dude, or I didn't have none of that prepared because I had every intention to be where I was going to be at. So I didn't have a side dude or whatever. So then I got scared for a second, like, oh my gosh. But then I thought about some things and I made some things work out and, I'm cool with it. But the biggest fear above all for me going back to single life is I did not want to get to know a new person all the fuck the way over again. Like in my mind, it's like, oh, who wants to do that? I know this person. I know what they're allergic to. I know what they can and cannot eat. I know the things that they do, but then did you really know the person because now you're here? But I knew a lot enough that I was like, all right, this is where I want to be at. And this is like, I've learned a lot about this person. I know some deep, dark secrets about this person. I would never disclose them, but I know some things. And so I was there. And so the idea that now that I got to get back out here and date was like, 1, foreign to me, but 2, horrific to me. Like, I didn't want to date again. Like, who wants to go through all of that shit when you found somebody? But I take accountability because the first thing that I think, and not saying anything he fucking did was right, because nothing he did was right. Everything he did was wrong and horrible, and you should be a damn ashamed of yourself as a human being. But, we get in this space when we get with somebody and we stay with them for a long time where we get too fucking comfortable. And I got too fucking comfortable. I didn't get too comfortable to the point where it was like, all right, you know what? Everything is everything and everything is good. I always wanted more. You feel me? I always wanted progress. I always wanted, like, okay, so we've been together this long. We should be progressing into, trying to build a home together, build an empire together. Because in my mind, everything revolves around, if I'm going to make you my man, then we are building a fucking empire together. That's just really how my mind works. So that's how it was going. And then there was no more. And so my mind was like, yo, I got to date again. I cut everybody off for this dude like a dumbass, but that's what you do when you're in love. But I cut everybody off. Now I got to start over again. But what I didn't realize in that process was that that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's almost like you get a regroup. Now, the people that you bring around you that you might hang out with or whatever while you're single, you can say I look at them a certain kind of way. You could put them in categories, and you can kind of like gauge like, this one right here definitely might have longevity. I don't know yet because I'm newly single, and I'm not. I've been single for a few months, but I'm just getting back into the dating pool. So, but you can kind of determine and pick, you know, certain things about the person that decides whether or not they somebody that's going to be there, or they a little yeah. And so I wanted to get into that really hold on, we got a like, hey, but you could kind of discern who's going to be around for the long run. Now, when it comes to I guess love, and would I ever want to be in love again? Absolutely. I'm a hopeless romantic. I still believe, no matter how many times I've had my heart broken in my lifespan, that there is just this one dude out here that's for me, and he's gonna be the shit, and we gonna build some shit together. That's how my mind works. I'm manifesting that shit. You feel me? We gonna have a happy life, and eventually I'm gonna be that grandmother sitting on the steps, because I mean, even though one would consider me at good grandma age, I'm not a grandma yet. So I want to be that grandma sitting on the porch. I've been told y'all, is fuck them kids. At a certain point in time, if my kids are grown and they have kids of their own, I'm putting them the fuck out. I am. Period. You gotta go. Because me and your grandfather in here, you just don't know what we in here doing. So, yeah, I had to bring fuck them kids back, because fuck them kids. But I'm a hopeless romantic. I do believe that at the end of the day, eventually you find the right person for you, and that's the person that you wind up with. But for right now, I'm just taking my time to see what's available to me. And who, like, if we mesh well, we mesh well. And this weekend I meshed well. But that's not the point. The point is this. I'm taking accountability. And the crazy part is, my last situation, I totally didn't rush into that situation. It took me 2 years to get with him. And then by the time he met my daughter, let me see, by the time she was 2, I had started seeing him. By the time she was 6 going on 7, then she finally met him. And then, she had been around him from that point on. I don't play when it comes to, and ladies, some key advice. I know that we be rushing to have these dudes around our kids and stuff, because we want to see if that's gonna be the what is, right? Problem is our children, it's not you. Like, when y'all break up, it's not just you going through the breakup, it's you, and if the kid has met the person and gotten attached to the person, it's you and your kid breaking up with the person. And fellas, vice versa. So be careful about who you bring around your kids. Now, like I said, if it's a case like mine that I had, it's different, because it was a long stretch of a situation. You feel me? Like, courtship, relationship, my kid was involved. You feel me? It wasn't so much of like she was already in it. Nope. I don't play when it comes to my kid, and I don't want her to ever think that I'm just bringing her around multiple dudes, because that's not something that I'm into. If I bring you around my kid, then that means that I take you real serious. You feel me? Like, I take you real serious. But other than that, it is what it is. So that's the other tip to that. But now I'm in this world now, and it was scary to me at first, but then I had this epiphany, right? While I was having my little weekend or whatever. I didn't do much, it was a kickback, but in the scenario, I was like, yo, I forgot how fun it can be to get to know somebody new. I forgot that part. Um, and then I forgot that being single is not always a horrible thing. Again, disclaimer, I'm not saying that I don't want to be in a relationship. I'm a hopeless romantic. I want to be in a loving, wholesome relationship where I can be the righteous woman that I'm supposed to be, and then the man that I choose is a righteous man, and he understands that now at this point we've gotten each other. Now we need to build. But until that happens, being single was not all the way bad. So I'm gonna take a quick commercial real quick because you know how this go. But it's not the end of the world. And I don't know what the fuck was. I'll be right back. Yes, Rihanna, let's get it, baby. What's good, my ambitious ones? I am here because Savage Fenty is offering up something extraordinary. You get 2 for $29 bras and 50% off other items for new VIP members. You heard me. 2 bras for $29 plus 50% off of other items for new VIP memberships. I mean, you can't beat that. Again, I think it's really at that point that it's just like you get with a person, you get to know a person, and you get really comfortable in that situation. And so when it changes, it's like, what the and especially when it changes and you don't even know it's about to change. But being single is not the worst thing ever. So I wanted to get into a couple of things about the single life. I told y'all, as this podcast goes on, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna keep it gangster. I'm gonna always keep it true. I'm gonna always keep it honest. Did I want to be single? Absolutely fucking not. And it's not because I just wanted to be in a relationship. It's really because, like a fucking dumbass, I fell in love. I fell hard and deeply in love. And so, that happens. But we're going to get into some things real quick because this is where I'm at right now. And it's okay. So there's 6 benefits. Hold on. There are 6 benefits as they, speak on them, to being in this single life. And they say it'll surprise you. So let's get into that really quick. Hold on. Dang, nabbit, I don't want to use the mouse. I hate that mouse. But because I was getting ready to say, because we'll go to her phone real quick. But so they say there's 6 benefits to being single. Do I feel like there's a benefit to being single? I don't know, but that's what they say. But again, I think that when you come to that space, it's a better time to get to learn yourself, and it's also a better time to gain friendships. I'm not saying it's supposed to be physical. This is never ever what I'm saying. You got to get to know people, so you can't just be out here. But if it's a kickback, it's a kickback. So the first thing is there's more time to develop strong friendships. I believe that shit because after you go through a breakup, you feel me. You shouldn't necessarily want to just jump into the next relationship. That's a little dangerous. To be out here doing. One is because, again, you're getting to know a whole nother person. And if you've been in a long-term relationship, then you've got to know a person. I mean, you never really know a person, but you've gotten to know a person, you feel me? So you kind of not settle, but maybe like in a place where it's like, but I know that person. So it's giving you time to unwind and unravel and get a renewed spirit and come to a new place, right? So secondly, it enables you an opportunity to focus on your health. I'm big on that right now. Like some of you may know if you're my friend on Facebook, some of you may not know, but every day I try to walk 8 miles. Not always do I make it. Sometimes it might be 6, sometimes it might be 7. But when I get to that eighth mile, it's a very proud moment for me. Today I only got to 7 point, oh dang, what was the number? I think it was 7.32. I can't remember the number. Hold on. But let me tell you exactly the number. I mean, even those are monumental moments, but okay, hold on. 7.2, I believe. Even those are monumental moments to me though. Hold on. Yeah, no, 7.3. So I underestimated. I got to 7.3 today. I didn't quite make it to my 8, but I was already focused on health before whatever happened. Replenish your savings. I don't know. It depends on whatever your situation is. If you are a very generous person and you spent a lot of money on the person that you were in love with, then yeah, you replenish your savings. Me personally, I'm one of the persons that is like, first I gotta take care of my bills and my responsibility. Everything else after that is secondary. And but it's a reason why I'm like that. And the reason why I'm like that is this. If the person that I chose is here or whatever, and I'm spending all my dough on them, then when they're gone, I'm worried about what I got to do over here with my kid, and I cannot have that. Like my pudding poo, my princess baby, she's my world. So, and my mind is all about taking care of her first. She is my first priority, and everything else is secondary. It's that simple. Stronger understanding of yourself and interests. I concur. I think that's well, I think, to be honest, you should have never gotten in a relationship if you don't know what you're understanding. You don't have an understanding of yourself and you don't understand what your interests are. I don't think you should get in a relationship, period, if you don't have an understanding of that shit anyway. You can be more spontaneous. I wouldn't be in a relationship that there is no spontaneity. I like surprises. So, but at the same time, there are some things that you'll surprise, like if you decide to take yourself to lunch really quick, like, oh my gosh, I didn't think about that. That's where you can be more spontaneous, add more spontaneity in your own personal life. And number 6, it's a great feeling to know that all you need to feel happy is you. Your whole is you. I think that's very happy. But again, with these lists, I try to hold on. Let me get out of here. I try to keep an open mind with them a little bit. But here's the thing. I never expect the person that I choose to be with to come in and provide my happiness. That's impossible because happiness starts with inside. So, and again, maybe that's my mind because maybe that person wasn't happy. But what I never expect is somebody else to come in and provide me happiness. That starts here. There are things that add to my happiness, most certainly, for sure. One of the biggest things that ever has happened to me that added to my happiness was my daughter. But I can't expect for her to focus on me being happy all the time. She got to be happy too. So yeah. I always come in like, don't expect me to make you happy. You gotta build your own happiness because that's internal. I can add to your happiness. I can certainly try anyway, but don't come to me if you want to be happy because I'm not here to make you happy. So we got 3 ways to maximize your single life. Let's see what they gotta say about this. I'm interested. I'm very interested to see what they got to say about this. So, 3 ways to maximize your single life. Let's see. Have a growth mindset. I agree with that one. For sure. I agree with that. Because it's always about growth. It's always about growing and taking yourself to the next level. Sometimes we hinder our own selves. I feel like I have done that a million times over, but it's okay to put it back together and come to where you need to be at. I think that's a positive way. So yeah. Number two, take charge of your finances. Well, you should have had charge of them before all of that. Like I said, my mindset be like, take care of the kid, my kid, and then everything else is secondary. But I am a single mother, so it might not work the same for you. Um, yeah, another story for another day. So it's saying take spiritual control of your finances as well. But number three, build your community. I think that you should already have a community. Like you should have had a community way before you got into a relationship. Like it's some things that should already be in place before you decide to get into a relationship with a person. Like you don't build your community after you've broken up with a person and then now you're single. You build the community before you even get with the person. So that way, you know what I mean? Like, and you don't want your community feeling like they your rebound. That don't make sense. So I think you should have a community beforehand. Now, in 2023, oh, and I gotta make sure that I'm prepared to give my love. But in 2023, I've heard a lot of people stating that they were cool with being single. I've heard that a lot actually. And I think that what frustrates them with me is because they feel like maybe I should be okay with it, and maybe I should. And I totally am. I'm cool. I don't have to have a relationship. I can have one, but I don't have to have one. Um, but again, I told y'all before, I'm a hopeless fucking romantic. So in my mind, will I ever come to that day where I find that Mr. Right? Maybe. Um, but I'm not rushing into anything though. Like it's got to be worth it again at this point. But let's get into 21 perks of being single. I think we should talk about these. You can spend time with your family on the holidays. I've never had that issue. Hold on. I'm waiting for it to click back in. I've never had that. That's not an issue that I've ever fucking suffered. Like if you rock with me, then you'll come spend time with me on the hot no, because now they playing with me. Um, you'll come spend time with me, holidays, whatever. You feel me? And vice versa. I'm gonna come to you, and that's cool too. You can travel with them. You can travel on a whim. I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind traveling with my spouse though, but I don't mind traveling alone. You see what I'm saying? Like, just, I guess you gotta feel. I'm sorry. This is getting on my last nerve, so I'm gonna just go to my email on my phone because a girl can't tell. A girl can't tell. So, but that's all right. That's why I send it to my email so that we can come back to it. And I don't know what's happening over there right now. So you can travel on a whim. You should be able to travel with your spouse, but it's fun just going on a trip real quick. So I'm on the fence with that one. You can flirt with everyone. You absolutely fucking can. I'm a Libra. I'm a natural flirt. I don't mean to. Sometimes I flirt without even knowing I'm flirting. So I guess you don't feel as guilty about it. I guess you don't feel as guilty about it. You feel me? When you're single. Because sometimes it's like, well, I didn't intentionally try to, but some people have that's just something that happens with people, right? Hold on. Let's see. So you can flirt with anyone. You can sleep alone. Even when I was in a relationship, I was sleeping alone a lot of that relationship. So not nothing I mean, like it's not adding to my singleness. All of the food leftovers are you. They was mine anyway. I want them. They was mine. You build lasting self-esteem. Yeah, it's a different monster when you go through some shit sometimes. And I ain't gonna lie, my shit done taking my self-esteem level on the extra high, like fuck this shit. And only because I know what kind of woman I was in the scenario. So it's really like, you can't tell me nothing. Like, you ain't got nothing. Whatever. You had full control of your money. I always did, so that was never an issue for me. You're the boss of your own time. I always was, so that was never an issue for me. But some people might be able to relate. You don't have to be nice all of the time. I'm just a nice person, so you know what I mean? Unless you really piss me the fuck off, then I might lose it. But for the most part, I'm a nice person, so that's not something that I have to deal with either. Can you party? You can party whenever you want. That's true. And that's true. I like that one. Okay, that's a good one to go with. There are no expectations. Period. There's none. No expectations at all. Right? You don't have to expect nothing. Or you don't have to build unnecessary expectations of what you feel like it should be. So yeah, you can wear whatever you want. I wore whatever I wanted anyway, so it didn't matter. See, some of these rules don't apply to me. You can watch whatever you want. Okay, that might apply to me only because I'm big on handing over the remote. I don't give a fuck about the TV once my dude is in there. So whatever. I don't give a fuck about the TV once there's nobody in there. I put it on one channel just so it can play all night, just so I can have noise, so I can go to sleep. You can shave less. I'm gonna have a talk with you motherfuckers eventually about shaving down there. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that, and it's hygienic. It's not even like it's some health concerns about it, but whatever. Your Halloween costume doesn't have to be collaborated. I don't dress up for Halloween, so that don't matter to me. You can be messy as you want to be. I felt like I was able to be as messy as I needed to be when I needed to be, so that does not apply to me. You can build stronger friendships. I feel like if you my friend any fucking way, you my friend any fucking way, I didn't need to build a stronger friendship. We was going to build them whether that motherfucker was there or not. You learn more about yourself. Yeah, you learn about what the fuck you do not want to do, and who you not playing with, and who not going to play with you. I agree with that one. We on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, so you learn more about yourself. You do. You get glorious, uninterrupted sleep. I did not mind waking up in the middle of the night. I didn't mind waking up in the morning either. I like morning. You don't have to worry about fights. Yes, I didn't really have a lot of fights, but the few that, and it wasn't fights. It was like, all right, get the fuck out my face. There wasn't really no fights. I don't really do hostility. I'm a non-confrontational type of person, so you bring the drama my way. There's either one or two things that's gonna happen, and one of them is not good. So yeah, you become more independent. I was already that. So those are the 21. I don't know if I agree with all of that list, because some things you just don't let go of, whether you in a relationship or not. You feel me? So the fact that you're just now getting past those things now that you're single, like you just get, like, that makes no sense to me whatsoever. You should already, like, it's certain things like being in control of your own finances. Why weren't you in control of that in the first place? Being able to spend time with your family. What the? I'm spending time with my family. I'm sorry, I am. And if you're in the right relationship, then y'all both going to spend time with all of the family, because it's going to be what it's going to be. You feel me? It's a family fucking affair. And if, they don't rock with each other, then you spend time at this family house first, or, whoever house first, and then rock off to the next house. But at the end of the day, both of you guys should be spending time with your families. If you're not, then that's not the right relationship for you. It was a couple of other ones on there that kind of perturbed me. Like, what? Independence, that's just something that you should always have, because you have free will. There's just some things on that list that just had me kind of perturbed, like, yo, what? But you should be doing this. These are things that I never, wear what you want. I've always worn what I wanted, but it just happens so happenstance that the dudes that I chose didn't mind what I wore anyway. But it's just a certain level of independence you should have, just period. And so I think that that's part of the problem with a lot of relationships now is a lot of people give up a lot of shit just because they don't want to disturb their relationship. And I totally get that. Um, in my mind, I always wanted to be with a dude that just understood, like, I'm yours. So if a dude out here looking at me and lusting, then ooh, nigga, you should be like, yes, yeah, that's mine. You feel me? That's me. That's how I look at it. And that's how I am as a girlfriend. Like I'm not a jealous type. Like you could say stuff to people, you can have conversations with other females. Why should I feel jealous when I'm your woman? You feel me? The only time that the problem comes in is when you bring other people into the situation. But that's just me. But I ain't jealous of no not one bit. And I got my flaws and all, honey. I'm flawed up. But I got enough confidence to know that I'm a rare one. You don't find many of me out there in the world. So very valuable. You should keep her and treat her right. But that's just my own opinion. So I want to get to some love real quick because I do not want to go through. I've been away long enough. So I feel like I should be giving big love because it's been a couple of days since I talked to you guys last. But I got my top 6. I'm always going to show them love first because they download this podcast the most. And I'm not going to lie, the downloads here on lately, oh my gosh, can we make it to 8,000? Can we get there? I mean, we already on the way, but can we get there already? But my top 6, I love you guys the most because you come through and you download the most and you listen the most, and I cannot appreciate. Now, no, before I get to y'all, hold on, let me see with some love I got show. So, yeah, King Knox, big shout out to him. Thank you for showing love. Anybody that watch on YouTube, Twitch, or Facebook, big shout out to y'all. Now I got to get to my babies because my babies be showing up and showing out, and I love it. You guys are extraordinary. You are the best listening audience a girl could ask for. So I appreciate you, man. Y'all made me global. What? I love you guys. I can't wait to do a global tour. We need to keep building this podcast though so that I can get to that, but I can't wait to do a global tour. I want to meet some of y'all in person and, have conversations and learn new languages and visit the beauties that are in your country. Oh man, I can't wait. But anyway, top 6: United States, period. France, Germany, India, the UK, and Belgium. I'm sorry, Brussels. Belgium, Brussels, because it's all in the same. But because I don't know what to say about y'all. Y'all just show man love. I love you guys. But my top 6, I appreciate you guys so much. You are extraordinary. And I appreciate everything that is you got, man. I love you guys, man. You guys are extraordinary. But there are other people that also make this podcast what it the freak is. And so I gotta show them love because they come through and show me love. And I'm gonna go through this list with a fine-tooth comb because I'm trying not to miss anybody. So Brazil, hi babies, I love you. Netherlands, I love you. Singapore, I love you. South Africa, I see you showing up. I love you. Spain, I love you. Philippines, I love you. Australia, hi darlings, I love you. Japan, hello, I love you. Mexico, I love you. Ireland, I love you. Nepal, I love you. Mauritius, I love you. Israel, I love you. Canada, I love you. Hong Kong, we're not done. We're not finished. I said we're not finished. Russia, big shout out to you. I love you. I don't know how that happened. China, big shout out to you. I love you. I don't know how that happened. Big shout out to China. Think I said the Netherlands already. Yeah, I did. Poland, I love you. Tunisia, I love you. Venezuela, baby, I love you, man. I got big love. Big love for y'all. Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm not finished. Indonesia, I love you. Hi, darlings. I see you. Switzerland, always love. I appreciate you and I love you. Um, Turkey, big love to you. I love you. Austria, big love to you. I think I said the Philippines already. I should have said the Philippines already. They've been on the list for me. Kenya, I love you. Pakistan, I love you. Romania, I love you. I've already said South Africa. Oh, and last but not least, let me just make sure nobody else is on this list, honey. Hold on, because we don't miss no love around here. We show love to everybody, baby. Okay. Da. Nigeria. I love you. Oh my gosh, you guys are so amazing. You melt my heart. And I'm just so grateful that you guys come through and show love. So big shout out to all of you guys, my ambitious ones. Hi, darlings. I love you. Now, let's get into some other things with time. I got a couple minutes, but yeah, I think, and the last thing that I wanted to say before I got out of here on this whole single breakup relationship tip is this. You guys have to stop underestimating how other people heal. Just because you heal from your trauma the way that you heal from your trauma does not mean everybody else is going to heal in the same manner. And if you do, some people, if you do not approach it delicately, it could get real dangerous. Thank goodness a girl like me never, ever, at first but I ain't losing my cool that much where I'm about to let somebody make me risk it all. You feel me? But at first it hurts. At first you like, yo, like what the, I don't know what's going on. So, and then there's these whole phases that you got to go through just to figure this shit out. Like, what the fuck happened? And so I had to go through all of those processes, but I'm at a place where I'm okay. You feel me? Like I'm good. I'm healing. Starting to have fun again. Not necessarily and looking for a relationship, but if it comes, it comes. I'm just living my best life at this point. You feel me? Like, because I know what I'm capable of doing and I know what kind of woman I can be to a man. It's just like, oh, you gotta work for this now, baby, because now you could be my lord. Yeah, if you want to be that, but it's not much benefit there. You feel me? So, girls out here living life. I'm having a good time doing it too. There's nothing wrong with. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with it. So that is my journey now. Just being happy and living life. Everything else is uncivilized, and that's how I feel about that. But there's some things I gotta say before I get up out of here, babies. And I'm gonna start doing you guys much better. I just had to. Well, Monday was my fault because I ate the ice cream, but it wasn't my fault because I would expect for the ice cream to affect me on Sunday and not on Monday. But who knows how the Most High works? It happens. But no, I'm sorry. I won't eat ice cream again. I'm gonna make sure I get the things that are more acceptable to my stomach so that I'll never miss a podcast again. And then Friday I was helping my mother, so everybody understands. And I gotta take care of Mom Dukes. But anyway, I'm gonna start getting better on making sure that I am, on top of this podcast thing. I wanna be, if not the greatest, one of the greatest. So I'm gonna do better. And some things might be working out in our favor, and we're going to find out. Anyway, if you would like to come on the show, hit us up ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, at ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. It could be for if you want a spot on the show just to come talk about what you got going on, advertisements, suggestions, whatever it is, hit us up. You can always call into the show 443-850-4828, 443-850-4828. You can drop a comment. I will show it on the screen. Or you can ask me to drop the link, and I will, as long as you are on your best behavior. Don't come with no sexually explicit shit, because I don't want to see that. If I want to see that, I'll set it up myself. I don't need your help. Thanks. Oh, another message. Don't ever think I need your sympathy, baby. I got this. Anyway, if I play a video, I have permission to play the video. I don't play videos on Wednesdays or Monday, but on Friday, because I will be here this Friday. If I play a video, then that means I have permission to play it. And that's that. Yes. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. Every like, every share, and every subscription is greatly appreciated. You have no freaking clue, and so we need y'all continued support. We need it. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Again, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. If you would like to donate to the show, you can do it on Cash App, capital LURLUCIDITY. Again, capital L, the rest are lowercase, URLUCIDITY, Lure Lucidity, to lure them in clearly. That's what that means, baby. And we are on all streaming sites. So if you would like to go back and listen to a previous show, please feel free to. We love that. Also, you can go check it out on YouTube or Facebook, our Facebook page as well. Usually we post the show on both the Facebook page and the YouTube page. But again, you can always go streaming as well. So, because we're on all streaming sites: Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, freaking Pandora. We are everywhere, baby. So you can get it wherever you go. Yes, you can, baby. Yes. We try to make sure we active up in these podcast streets. We active. Anyway, so now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, I just had to say them things. I have to go to a quick commercial. I'll be right back. Just a sprinkle of fabulousness. Sign up today for Dior's newsletter and receive a complimentary gift with your purchase using the code WELCOME-YOU. Again, sign up for the newsletter, receive the complimentary gift at checkout when you use the code WELCOME-YOU. Fly shit. Definitely some fly shit, y'all. And Dior be having some really nice stuff, so just go check them out. Dior. I got a special place for them because I named a dog that I had after them. I miss Dior. She was all black. And she was a lab and a child mix. She was great. But anyway. So, with that being said, there are a couple of things that I will say before I get out of here. Just remember that you're a human being, and there are human beings that walk this earth that are really great people, and you can fuck them up just because you're dead. It's that simple. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and especially if those people treat you pretty good. You feel me? You should just treat them good anyway. It's just what it is. You gotta be nice to people. You can't be out here just being a penis, a giant one. That's not cool. So there are a few things, and let me see if I can rock them off real quick. But just be nice to people. Oh no, before I get into the stuff, I gotta say one more commercial because I gotta show love to the people that show love to us. So big shout out to them. I'll be right back. What they're offering might just have you in the mood to get naked. Flex offers $100 off a 6-pack of wine for $39.99, including shipping. Again, the offer is $100 off of a 6-pack of wine for $39.99 with shipping included. These are not small bottles of wine. These are your normal size bottles of wine, and you're guaranteed to fill your wine cellar or have a really good time. Get it now, y'all. Get it. All right, I'm back. So yeah, it's before I get to my little speech that I give at the end. Again, I already told you, treat people right, because you never know. You never fucking know. And I ain't saying you're gonna need somebody financially or physically. Well, you might need them physically, you might need them mentally, but you just never know where a person comes to get aid and how much you might need them. So we just gotta start doing people better. And with the way that the world is right now, and this, I said it's a wild, wild world. It's a wild, wild world we live in, and it's a lot of demons walking around. Nobody's mindful of how they're living anymore. Nobody cares. So just be careful out here in this wild, wild, wild ass world. It's nuts. I don't even want to get into how this world is looking. The kids is out of control. Freaking people don't want the kids to go to school, so I don't know if they got a choice but to be out of control. I just don't know at this point, but we live in a crazy world, so just be careful out there and be mindful how you treat people, because there's some crazy people out this mother. I'm gonna put a whistle or something, so every time I want to cuss, I can just hit it. I think that's y'all just help me. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Some kind of whistle or horn or something. So when I cuss, I could just hit the button so y'all know I'm cussing, but I'm not really cussing. I think that's the next move. But anyway, there's some things I have to say before I get up out of here. First things first, make sure you mind your business. But if you're gonna mind anybody's business, come here on Media Mondays and I'll tell you about it. I know I was missing this Media Monday because I got sick off the freaking ice cream, but I will be here this Monday coming up. So come here and let's mind the business together, but let me tell you the business so that way you're absolved of all of the guilt. I'm just saying, there's a difference between minding your own business and staying in your lane. I will get to that in a minute, but just mind your business. Come here and I'll tell you other people's business. Secondly, love your babies, hug your babies, encourage your babies, tell your babies that they are the freaking greatest of all times. They are the GOAT. They need that encouragement. I told you guys before, lately, I like today, my crowd was strong. Like, usually I have about 15 kids out there and they receive my morning message, and I love it because what I tell them every morning is that they are awesome and they are freaking the goats, and they love it. They eat it up. But if they want to work for NASA, then tell them to be that best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, secretary, director, whatever it is that they do over there at NASA. Just tell them to be the best at whatever it is that they do at NASA. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best pit boss, NASCAR driver, commentator, or whatever else it is that they do in NASCAR. But just whatever it is that they decide that they want to do, just encourage them to be the greatest at that thing. They need that, man. So I'm encouraging y'all to keep pushing these babies. That's it. And last but not, no, it's not last. Next, stay in your lane. It's a difference between staying in your lane and minding people's business. When you mind people's business, you just being nosy. You just want to see what's going on. But when you jump in other people's lanes, that means you're inserting yourself into something that had nothing to do with you. And once you do that, then you're jumping into somebody else's lane. So stay in your lane, because you jump in my lane, you getting this. I'm just saying, you don't want her, you want her. She's so cute and cuddly and amazing, and that's just really who you want. Or her. Because, baby, when I'm purring, I'm happy. You don't want the first one. So stay in your lane. And usually what happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. And who needs that? Nobody needs a collision. So just stay in your freaking lane. That's it. Stay in your lane. You over there, I'm over here, just stay over there. You know what I mean? Like, leave it that way. And last but not least, because I told y'all, I'm in a whole nother dimension, y'all. I don't even know if that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to just say treat people right. And be mindful of the stuff that you do to people. Um, I'm gonna bring the other one back, but just it's okay. Everything's gonna be okay. But how we keep everything okay is we are mindful that there are other people that walk this earth. I'm gonna bring the other one back on Fire Friday. I just had to say that. But anyway, I gotta get up out of here. I got stuff to do. I got plans. I got to get ready for school. It's a lot going on with me tonight. But I love you guys. You guys are freaking extraordinary. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. Those that do come back and check it out and see what's what and all of that good stuff. I love you for it. I do. And I hope that you come back again. And I hope that you guys start interacting so that I can know what it is that you like and what I'm doing wrong and what you don't like about this podcast, because I'm interested to see how you feel about it. But with that being said, your girls got to get out of here. I love you guys so much. Please, 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 please be safe. I'm going to get my life together because I got some things to do. Bye.